because I had to do a little bit of editing on my overlay because reasons which I will go into when we start. So let's get going. Now I could join my friends, but to be honest, I want to just, enjoy myself, just by myself, well, myself and yourself. So let's start off the stream as we intend to continue. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are on this wonderful planet we call the planet Earth. My name is, of course, Desican Owl, and cometh the hour, and that hour is specifically 8 PM UK. Apologies if you can hear my cat in the background. He has been a pain in the butt today, and will continue to do so until my wife hopefully sequesters him somewhere downstairs and away from the microphone. So if you hear him, I do apologise. We are going to be moving soon. I've got officially some good news to relay. First off, I've quit my job, which was, to be perfectly honest, wearing me down something chronic. But I've got some exciting opportunities coming up in the near future, which will encourage me to move away from where I currently am, and away from Wales, and move back into England, which is going to be fantastic. I've missed England. Not that I have any problem with Wales. I have loved Wales. It's been fantastic, but I think it's time to move back across. So we're going to move to a bigger house. I might do a vlog of that if we get the opportunity, so you guys can see what I get up to. That'll be on my YouTube channel if I do it. Hopefully I'll have a bigger gaming room, maybe out in the garden, you never can tell, where I don't have to put up with that. That constant screaming. So yeah, that's the big news of this week, is I've officially finished my job. So we're going to kick back and relax with a little bit of Star Citizen. Now, I plugged in both of my Cytec X56s before I booted Star Citizen, and traditionally in the past, I have not found that they will register if I plug them in after I start Star Citizen. Now, I say this because I did plug both the base units in, but I hadn't screwed the joystick in. So that is going to be interesting to see whether that works. The next question is, do I have all my guns attached to my ship? And again, I'm a bit flustered today. Do I have all my guns on my ship? There's something on certainly on the port wing, which I suppose is a good start. So we'll go. So we'll do our usual thing. This is a friendly channel. This is an airlock. On the other side of this airlock is nothingness and emptiness and despair. But metaphorically speaking, this airlock separates us from all the nasty stuff that goes on in the world. So, beyond this airlock, there will be no homophobia, misogyny, Islamophobia, racism of any description. If you do say anything inappropriate, and to be perfectly honest, just use your common sense, it's not too difficult, you will get banned. And I know for a small channel, it's not a big problem if you get banned, but we have some fun here. We like to settle in. I'm no big PvPer, so if you want to go see a big PvPer, you're in the wrong location. But I enjoy myself nonetheless, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves too. Right, just to realign our head look. Lock gimbals, shut down that. Okay, so the left hand stick is working. Couple mode being a little finicky. So I've got chat open on the left hand side of my screen, so hopefully you guys will be able to type some things to me and we can have a nice conversation. Don't think I've got anything wrong with my stream. I think it's all set up and running nicely. What you won't see is any of the wonderful gubbins that I had set up last stream on Monday, because my hard drive broke and I had to buy myself a new one, a 2 terabyte Barracuda from Seagate, and I'd flashed a copy of my old hard drive across to my external hard drive, but then did some alterations to my overlay after that and didn't bother to back up the rest of it. So here I am, Muggins here, with a busted 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, a perfectly functional 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, but the 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda has stuff from 3 days ago, and the 3 terabyte broken Barracuda by Seagate contains everything that I did this morning. Why I didn't bother to transfer everything across before I unhooked the drive, way of the world. So, because we have a little bit of a content drought in the run-up to 3.0, unfortunately you'll see me doing a whole bunch of these ICC missions, but I figure I'll do the ICC missions, we'll have a nice conversation, and we'll just have some fun. So I'm just going to fly, and if we have a nice conversation, then that's great. Sure, Tessa. I know. Creepy. So we'll go do that. Right, so the first thing I can say is that I took it upon myself this morning, when I had all the good intentions, to try and sort out some of the gremlins in my stick. Now, I've read a couple of internet forums, and the X56s which I'm using, just like the X55s, seem to have this problem where they get ghost button presses. And there doesn't seem to be a uniform fix to this. I know, well, Cytec have been bought by Logitech, so I don't know how their sticks match up now to what they currently are. But certainly the X56s, I'm getting some serious button pull. As you can see, I'm also being dragged to the left because the blasted thing's not centering. But I managed to fix one thing. You know, the gremlins can take control of my ship, and sometimes when I'm trying to do very delicate maneuvers, like trying to land at a Cryastro, and all of a sudden the ship gets yanked violently to the left or right. It's because my mini sticks on the X56s were catching, and so they get pushed over to full throttle and then wouldn't come back, so they'd stick. So what I've done is I've taken what we over here have, which is called WD-40, and basically stuck that on a little cotton swab and rubbed it all around the inside of the stick frame. And that, I'm going to turn chat off, has seemingly fixed the problem. The action of the stick is now silky smooth, and coupled up with these wonderful frames that I'm obviously not taking any advantage of because I can't seem to hit this Gladius to save my life. Don't quite know why. He's got his blasted gimbals all on me. Oh, lag, lag, lag. Am I going to crash? No. I'm not going to crash. Are you going to crash? Come here. Stay still. I ain't got no time for this. Why can I not hit this guy? There we go. Nope, still not penning his shield. Quite surprised that single shot hit, actually. There we go. Well, at least we're warring his shield. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Gladius, or Mrs. Gladius, was we're equal opportunities. Or even non-gender binary Gladius. We're all friends here. Thank you for flying in a straight line. It is greatly appreciated. So yes, I fixed the mini-stick things with some lubricant. Don't turn it dirty. I know you. But the gremlins in the buttons are still there. Now, like I said, Cytec, bought by Logitech, don't know the current quality of any of their sticks or any of their peripherals these days. I've got a Logitech mouse, and that seems to work pretty well. But I don't know anything about their flight sticks or any of their flight HOTAS systems. But a lot of people from the forums for the current X56s suggest that it suffers from this issue, ghost button presses they're calling it. Whereby, yeah, buttons just randomly press. Things activate when they're not supposed to. And it's all over, certainly the Elite Dangerous forums on Reddit and subreddits. People suggest either running a powered USB hub or changing it from a USB 3.0 to a 2.0 or getting an internal USB PCIe card. So many different fixes that it seems to be classic Cytec manufacturing where all the units, even though they're built exactly the same, suffer from slightly different problems. They never seem to have consistency. Mercifully, the Gladius fight gremlins didn't think that I needed my landing gear down for that. So we'll see. But currently I'm running this off an extended USB 2.0 socket. But there are 4 other peripherals. So I've got my 2 flight sticks, my webcam and my microphone all plugged into the same thing. So that could be the problem, seeing as these are probably going to be sucking quite a lot of information. Ooh. Someone else has joined me. They've got an Aurora, 2 Auroras. You can handle that with ease, buddy. I'm not even going to get it involved. Unless, of course, you're also in an Aurora. No, you're an F7CM. You can bloody well deal with that yourself. I ain't going to get anywhere near that with a 10-foot barge pole. Unless, of course, you start attacking me. There we go. Good boy. Love the sound they make when you go past. He knows I'm friendly, because otherwise I'd have engaged him at that point. It's a question of whether he will join me in some of the other ICC missions. We'll see. We will see. Rejoice, fellow citizens, for it is ATV day tomorrow. I wonder, if I twist this little nubbit here, does it fix the issue, or does it just make it worse? No, I think it's just a problem with the spring. Is it a spring problem? Oh, it is. It might be a spring problem. Who knows? I'm just listing lazily to the left. I think I need to increase the dead zone on these things as well. I had all the good intentions today of doing some absolutely fantastic stuff. Got up, started working on what will hopefully be my new job. Who are you? Cutlass.
It's coming from these coordinates.
Indeed it is.
Help if you can.
Certainly give it a go. And a boomski. Before the Cutlass has a chance to open fire. Although he's heading away from me, which is interesting. Yeah, got to start working. Took some stuff down to the shed, brought some stuff up. Needed to fix a toilet seat. Got the toilet seat off its hinges, checked the measurements, got all the stuff I needed to go down to the local DIY store to get all the bits and pieces. Thought to myself, I'm doing really well, I'm being really productive, I've got a lot done in an hour. And hopped in the car, and wouldn't you know it, the damn thing just wouldn't start. Starter motor was ticking over, but the engine wasn't firing. So I did everything. I jump started it, I bump started it, which I never have done before, so I had to watch a YouTube video to get that, to work out how to do it. Turns out my car won't, because you have to depress the clutch to be able to get it to work, which doesn't sort of work for bump starting, but... Right, you're going to spawn the ad, or is this going to be a protect the ship where I'm the aggressor? And I just got to not fire at it to make it work. I think the server's balked, because that should have spawned me a baddie. I'm going to go and say hi to this constellation. Oh, constellation, won't you love me? You're on your own power, you just wobbled. I saw you. Anybody at home? Anybody on the controls? Don't think it even has controls by the looks of things. No, no seats. How bizarre. It's a constellation without any turrets and without any seats. I wonder if we can even board it. Let's find out. Because obviously the ad's not spawning, so I'm going to have to make my own fun. Now, how would one get into this? Because we can't turret glitch. Do. Through the cargo bay? Will it allow me to get in through the cargo bay? Will it even allow me to deploy the cargo bay? Doesn't look hopeful. Or is it even an entity? Is it a physical entity? Can I just glitch straight through it? No, it's a physical entity. I can hit it. Oh, cargo bay? Are you going to deploy? Anybody? No? Oh, and the ad spawns. Typical. Does this mean another player has entered the area? The problem is that it's going to take me a while to power up the systems to be able to work properly, which means I am either going to lose the Connie, in which case I'm going to have to reload the mission. So somebody else has joined me in the area, but the only problem is that because I'm here, he's spawned a whole bunch more people as well. Right, so he's going toe-to-toe. Is this the F7CM that's been dogging me? Yes, it is. Let's deal with his aggressor first, shall we? His aggressor is being a right pain in his backside. It's taking down most of his rear shield. So we'll try and take some of the pressure off him. Whoa! That was a blow blast by a very angry looking 350R. So we're going to have to deal toot sweet with him. Because you are a nasty little bugger. Ooh, and Dez is turning directly into the point of fire. So we're going to have to work together on this. If it was a couple of Auroras like you got last time, I'm not so fussed. Ooh, careful, buddy. If you're going to start... Was that him down, or was that... I think that's the F7CM that's doing that, because that was a target against me.
Thank you for helping me.
Right, are you going to attack me?
Someday I'll be able to return the favor.
Got some damage on my struts, but... Who can say? Who can say?
Is that ship in trouble?
It was.
Space is dangerous.
It is.
But it's good to know that there are people like you out there too.
I try. I definitely try.
You heard what happened.
Right, I need to keep my... I wonder, is this... Ooh, why am I currently boosting straight upwards? There we go. And there he is. He's just appeared behind me. BSA. Now, why do I know that tag? Please don't open fire on me. I'm not in the mood to take on an F7CM. I'm going to lose if I do that. No way am I going to survive. Well, he is cruising pretty far away from me. Why is he going so fast and far away? Has he got his next mission? If so, I'm jelly. I want another mission. Please, gimme. Missions, please. Missions, please. I want missions. Tessa, give me missions. Don't like to hang around here unless I absolutely have to. No, he's definitely going in the opposite direction. Which is quite frankly bizarre. Why is he doing that? He's using a ballistic setup, so I definitely can't defeat him. Because all I'm running is CF227s, which are... they're powerful, but they're not going to beat a ballistic loadout F7CM. That's how he's able to take that 350R out. Just punch straight through his shields and straight into his upper canopy. Wrecked him.
Hey, you busy?
There we go.
There's a DB blinking like crazy on my screen. Here, I sent you the location. If you take a look, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
They get help, and I get to stop hearing the
Damn thing go. Beep, beep, beep.
every freaking
Second.
Oh, and DB stands for distress beacon, by the way.
Oh, he got his mission.
I realised I might be the only one who lost them. Feel free to start using it.
Certainly, I'm going to have to refuel after this. I'm not entirely sure what the fuel load of the F7CM is. But I doubt he's got more than me. Or at least, if he has, it's not much more than me. So we're going to have to be very close when we exit Quantum. Unless he's already afterburned all the way across. He's already 3 clicks away from me. But we're going to boost as fast as we possibly can to get to his location, because he's going to suddenly trigger a whole bunch of ads to spawn because I'm in the spawning radius. I'm surprised I'm actually catching up with him. I didn't realise the F7CM was slower than the F7C. Right, there he goes. Oh, he's coming back to me. Why are you coming back to me? That's bizarre behaviour. He's turning around. Or not. What happened? Oh, actually, why is the mission not spawned? Definitely it's over here. I'm approaching it. There it is. Target's there. For some reason it's not giving us the overlay, and I think he's using me as a guide to work his way in. There's the ad. It's a 350R. So we're just going to very... Whoa, 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 whoa! Well, that's close encounters of the wreckage kind. Hey Toby, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for joining. Ooh, already got one wing unit down, and there's an F7CM here who's running a ballistic loadout. He's spraying bullets left, right, and centre in a desperate bid to hit this guy. Meanwhile, I seem to be the centre of attention. There we go. Right, he's taken care of. No wonder I was in trouble. I've got a Gladius as well. And I've already lost a port wing. Come on, Des. Where am I going? Look at that. Ballistic loadouts all the way. Straight through that shield like hot knife through butter. A hot knife through butter. And that gimbal is lasered onto me. Problem is he's trying to dodge, dip and weave from two different shooters. And I'm having to be careful not only of this guy's laser arc, or his ballistics arc. Woo, I'm also having to be careful of him. There we go. He's down. Cool. Right, I need to figure out where this thing is, and then I need to get my ship repaired because it's got bits hanging off it. I don't know where my shooting accuracy is today, but it is pants. Is he typing to me in chat? Nah. I wonder if he's just gonna pop me. He hasn't attempted to shoot me down yet, so I think he might be a nice guy. We seem to be flying together. At least he's taking all my kills. So how's it going, Toby? What are you up to? Apart from watching me, of course. Had a good week? Looking forward to ATV? I am. What is this music? You park next to me? Yeah. Hey, buddy. I wonder if we're streaming together. I wonder if he is a streamer as well. Or whether he's just going to take his arrowhead and just bop me straight in the face. I have such a pessimistic view of the world. So we're just going to go down here. Ooh, down here. And then it is right there. Hanging around. Ooh, get your face through there.
Day 73.
There we go.
Excited to be coming up to Crusader. Ever since the jump point, I've been working out a rough schedule of what to visit. And
Has he nicked my ship?
estimation, I can sightsee
No, he hasn't, because he's got an F7CM. Why would he want my ship?
for the rest of the system. Oh, that's weird.
And I'm not going to nick yours, don't worry.
Just got an alert that says an airlock was triggered.
I need to sort my ship out, because it is toasty. Bosh, straight into it.
Anyway, still undecided about whether to visit Hurston or not. Place is already kind of...
Got some really weird music from Utho today, wow. Kind of spoopy. Very spoopy. Right, I need a Cryastro. Donde están la Cryastro? There. And that one. Spooling drive, and we are quantumed. Take another drink of water. Star Citizen, you have your good days and your bad days. Sometimes you shoot like an ace and feel absolutely amazing. You can take out a Gladius in 5 hits. And other days you just feel like you've spent the entire time training and it's just not paying off. You can't hit anything, everything's hitting you. I think that's one of those days. Connect to your ship. I've also lost a wing, if you hadn't noticed. Okay, that was a little too violent. I'm just losing control of my right stick doing that. having nice non-twitchy sticks allows for a beautiful landing. Look at that. Tasty. You can spread that on toast and serve it for breakfast. I love the way they spin. Now, in the past, this has tended to glitch. And I'm flying along thinking, yeah, I have all my weapons. And then all of a sudden, I don't. And it looks like it's glitched again, because I've only got 2 Panther repeaters. I should have 3. Even though it's respawned the one on my port side, it's not registering as a weapon. I'm going to have to get out and get back in to survive this. Now, I'm not going to get minced by anything, am I? Is my friend joining me? To see you soon. Right. It has not given me my ship yet. Sorry, my gun. So we're going to leave the station. Let's not trigger coupled mode whilst doing that. I wanted to retract the landing gear. That's what I wanted to do. We'll turn off the cockpit lights as well. We'll just do a test fire. Yep, it's not registering. Okay. Could have done it on the pad. Should have done it on the pad. We're going to do it live. We're doing it live. So we'll get out of the ship. To be honest, I think it's easier to do it out in space anyway. Well, it's certainly quicker than having to watch the animation of going down the ladder. So float out, turn around, and we'll just cut the animation and wait for it to float back in, and hopefully the seat will register that there's actually 3 CF227s attached to the ship, and not just 2. And ship, are you going to be nice to me? Yes, there we go, 3 CF227s, and because it's only just joined the party, I think we're going to have to link all the guns again. There we go, guns are linked. Let's get going. Turn off coupled mode, deactivate comm stab, and head back to the ICC probe. I've got a feeling it's going to be a quiet night. Wednesdays are usually quiet nights. I don't know what makes me say that, but it feels like a quiet night.
I just got a call. Here.
Now, because of that fuel stop and repair, it might be that me and Blackbeard are now out of sync. And I definitely saw a signature before it disappeared. Alright, there we go. Oh, she makes me feel so guilty by saying that. I just have to go and help her. I just have to. I like Tessa, I really do. She's a good character. I hope they make her more of an NPC in certainly in later game, if not in 3.0, then later on. I think it'll be a crying shame if Tessa Bannister is not included as an NPC mission giver. Right, okay. I've made it to the distress beacon area. Gonna start kicking in the afterburners. There's a friendly, and it's Butcherbird. It's not Blackbeard, it's Butcherbird.
Boogie.
He might clear this before I get to it. This is going to really upset him if I suddenly trigger another ad to spawn. Has he repaired his ship? Yeah, he's repaired his ship, so he didn't have that much to go, so... and plus we had to reset our guns. What am I going to do? Am I going to be... Okay, he's destroyed it. Has that triggered the mission end for me? It'll be cheeky if it has. Well, it's triggered. It's triggered it for him. Okay, well, it triggered whilst I was in proximity. Oh, okay, well, he's going to be here anyway. I didn't really want to trigger it, but unfortunately, I was still travelling forward at the same time. Okay, he's jumped away. Leaves me with 2 of them, but that should only sort of decrease to 1. There we go. There's my ad. Yeah, we're now out of sync, but that's okay. I'm directly over the target marker. Directly over the target marker. Right. Come here. Can't get a lock on target. This, yeah, not having a being reliant on the stick and the mini sticks and everything else at the same time whilst twisting is very difficult. See, he made running with a ballistic loadout so easy. I seriously struggle with ballistic loadouts. Because of course I just spray and pray, so ammunition goes absolutely blasted everywhere.
I thought that was it for me. Thank you.
No worries, buddy. I was kind of hoping that Blackbird would... Well, Butcherbird, that's the one. I'll stop getting his name wrong in a second. Now, Asteroid, are you going to pull me out of Quantum? No. Excellent. Love it when a plan comes together. Am I running over the cable? No, I'm not. That's always good. Quiet night. So, which ICC was that? That was ICC 4. Oh, and the little pesky bugger damaged my forward canard.
You got hit by some trouble out there. Glad you scraped through.
Right, who's out here? Shillen and BSA Butcherbird. We're all out here. And I look like the newbie who's got a damaged forward nose. Okay, Butcherbird's out. Do you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a comma ray or two. Get us out of sync with Butcherbird. Because it's a bit... We're only just slightly out of sync now, so that whenever he turns up at a mission, he's just finished it, and then all of a sudden I spawn 3 extra ads. Sometimes the system despawns the ads, sometimes the system doesn't despawn the ads when the other player leaves, so I could find myself up against 3 other players, well, 3 other NPCs. So we're going to do 1 or 2 comlinks, let Butcherbird desync from us.
Finally, some easy picking.
And I'll try and improve my aim. Now, wonderfully, it's given me my favourite ship to shoot at in the entire world. The Cutlass.
Everybody have to fight back.
Because the Cutlass is really easy to sneak up behind and then just unload into. It's a tank, so it will take a lot of beating, certainly from the CF227s. But when you're thinking about it, I need to just increase my speed so that I get behind him. He's going to keep turning with me, but unfortunately I can't do any sort of serious J-turning, otherwise I'm going to end up out of alignment and sorely cruising for a bruising. I know I didn't. But then again, neither did you. So that's cool. We can both be grumpy at each other together. And there's that Cutlass gimbal going, and there he goes. Like pulling wings off a butterfly. Not that you should do that. Don't pull wings off of butterflies. And then it's just a question of pumping as many shots into him as he can. And he will try and run. I mean, look at him run. Look at you run. You don't run very far, do you, buddy? It'll be time for my guns to charge back up, he says. Lol. You're holding still. F7C's power plant. It's reasonable, but it's not good enough to run 3 sets of CF227s for longer than about 10 to 15 seconds at full whack. So I don't expect to be any great shakes. Several people to me have suggested sticking a turret onto the forward size 3 weapon mount and then running 2 size 1 ballistics off of it. But you see, I'd be worried about the pips and whether the pips would overlay. Because you need to have pips overlaying, otherwise what's the point? That's why I'm running mono. Because all the pips overlay and everything else. Try badges only or M4As. I've tried M4As, but I found that the M4As drain power so significantly I can only use them as sniper rifles. And as you can see, I'm not very good at targeting an enemy whilst strafing around. I really need to get my hands on some pedals. But I've tried running badges. I used badges a lot before I read Renegade Squadron's best weapon loadouts, which then recommended monoboating CF227s. Granted, that was on a what was that on? That was on a Sabre. But then again, thinking about it, the Sabre probably has a bigger power plant, so it can take. So whilst the Hornet can mount the size 3s on its 2 wings on its nose, the Sabre has the power plant to be able to run them efficiently. But yeah, I was using 3 Badger CF117s for months and months and months back in early 2017 and late 2016. Found the amount of weapon damage I could put down on target, it took me longer to kill them. So, hey, Render Durgan? Usually run 3 Panthers and an M6A. Yes, the M6A on the Flashfire Puck. But I found I'm not very effective at that. Don't know why. I'm probably just a scrub that needs training. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Thank you for dropping in. It's greatly appreciated. Also, I've successfully made it to 51 followers, which I'm very chuffed about. I'm just waiting for Twitch to send me my affiliate invitation.
Just when you start to forget that space can be pretty terrible, you hear something like this.
But yeah, I'm not a PvPer by any stretch of the imagination. Not by any stretch. I poodle around doing PvE. And, oh, there's an unmanned Drake Cutlass Black.
By the time you get there, not sure how much good you'll be.
Well, the Pessimist of the Year award. Yes, you did. Thank you. Cheers. See ya later. Yeah, meta. Hornets. Works for AC but not PU due to longer flight times. Yeah, I've yet to find a decent combination, although I have not been trying. I haven't been trying to find a decent combination. In AC, everyone out for a kill within 10 seconds, but in PU with a lag, it doesn't work the same. Yeah. It's a question of balance, isn't it? And the good guns that work in Arena Commander aren't the same guns that work in the PU. I find I get by on the CF227s. Like I said before, I have good days where I'm on target nearly 95% of the time. I can take out 350 yards before I do my first boom and zoom pass. But days like today, my aim is all over the place. I can't follow a target, save my life. It's just one of those days. I like the CF227s. And when they give me an Aurora, it kind of means that I don't really have to worry. I take off Afterburner, just aim straight at it, and then pull the trigger. Even with the red box, I'm guaranteed a hit. Because it's fun. So yeah, definitely need a set of pedals because I'm interested in starting to learn how to J-hook during fights. And when the rotation's on the stick, trying to J-fight is very difficult. See today, I can't even hit this guy. Oh, come on, get onto that box. There we go. Usually I'd have finished the fight by now and be flying off, but... Come on, Des. There we go. Boom. Back up. Right, can't wait till CIG fixes the Pyroblast scatterguns. I can't wait for 3.0.
You saved my life. I won't forget it.
Thank you. And I won't forget the 2,500 Alpha UEC you have very kindly donated to the Bank of Des. Cryastro. I need the fuel. Cryastro. There it is. As far as I know, Templar doesn't use pedals. I thought Templar used dual sticks. Here's the odd mining. His left stick forward and back is pitch. Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. But hey, each his own. One of his videos, it was find a setup that works for you and stick with it. So I'm going to put my hands up and say it right now. I'm definitely not a PvPer. I'm an explorer. I've got my two big ships. The big ships I've got. One's the Herald, and one's the Carrack. So I'm used to big, heavy ships with big, heavy turns. So I favour the HOTAS, but the mini sticks on the X56 give me the give me the ability to basically mix it up in 6 degrees of freedom without worrying about it. But I find it could also be the fact that I'm mounting my sticks in completely the wrong position. As you can't see my desk, but I'm very stretched out here. Earth is that? Oh, that's a tally. Bosh. I'm very stretched out here, so any movement I make on the stick will move my entire hand. So I'm flying along in a straight line. I make a rotation, and all of a sudden I'll find myself pitching up or left or right. But yeah, I find this setup works really nicely for me. It means I can control the big constellations and the starfarers, with the added benefit of being a little more precise in my parking procedures. When 3.0 launches and when the game gets more advanced, I'm definitely going to be staying away from fighting professions like the plague, because I don't have the reflexes, I don't have the ability to do such things. So eventually, when we get further along in the development process, my stream will start to become more of an explorer aligned one. Will go out and explore and find things and document where they are. I've got plans on how to run that. It's just a question of having the content there. But right now, the meta is all about, all about the fight, and it's all about the best weapons and kit for fighting, and the skills, and the training. And my hat's off to the guys that can train every day and do these things. I just can't do it. I've tried. Those good pilots are in the minority, and not all of them are pirates. Exactly. I've met some lovely people. Absolutely lovely people. Fantastic shots. Such as little bits of madness, and to a certain extent, oh, what was it? Pathogen UK. Any tips for dogfighting and decoupled, like orbiting a target? I find drift in and out of jars more than I like. It's orbiting and decoupled. Yeah, that's a skill that I still haven't fully mastered. The mini sticks offer me some degrees of freedom in terms of decoupled, but it's not as easy, I find, for me. I mean, I can orbit a target pretty well, he says, and then subsequently fails. But yeah, I can keep that. It's when I start introducing roll, because that's the essence of the J-hook, is starting to do this, and then all the blood starts rushing to my head because I'm just constantly shifting down. So that's J fighting. Keeping the enemy off guard. Use afterburner sparsely and decoupled. Yeah, that I find is the big kicker. If I'm afterburning into a target, the change in speed is so great that by the time I've actually reached a decent speed, I'm beyond the target and I'm starting to pull back up into it. And invariably, I will turn up like this, so like the craft will start to rotate. And as you can see from the specks of dust, you might not be able to see it at 720, but now the specks of dust are pointing up. So I'm turning up to face the target, and all the blood is being pushed straight into my head as I make the turn. So I'm going from, what, 700 meters per second, no, 555 meters per second, to 185 meters per second with a change in direction. That's why afterburner is toggled, and yeah. So I find a boost. I afterburn to the target location and then kick it off when I'm, what, 2,000, 3,000 meters away from the target. That drift will allow me to approach the target at 185 meters per second, which allows me to basically use SCM speed maneuvers. It's all about thinking, not why, but it is. There we go. It's all about management. I can't remember who said it best, but you've got to imagine yourself as a glass of water. And if you're pushing yourself down, all of the blood goes to your top, and if you're going up, all the blood gets pushed down. It's about balancing out that glass of water. Speaking of glass of water. Yep, I'm currently cruising, and I'm decoupled. Whee! That's my retrograde. I'm now approaching the target location, but I'm still a fair ways out. I've done this mission so many times that I know roughly where I'm supposed to be. The ad won't spawn until I'm pretty much past this rock here. So if I get to the sort of the rock and then kick off Afterburner, there we go. Slowed down to 185 meters per second, and I'm perfectly at the correct speed to be able to start my space combat maneuvers. There's the ad, and the ad is an Aurora. So I don't really even need to do serious SCM and BFM. I can quite happily wait for him to come straight to me, and you'll almost certainly derp straight into a rock at some point. But of course I will fail to hit him. And that's not to say that the AI is bad in this game. In fact, sometimes it's really good. He says it's really good, and then he derps straight into an asteroid. I told you he'd derp straight into an asteroid. Oh, the public enemies are activated. Interesting. Right. Now it's a question of trying to find the single red blinking light in amongst everything else. There it is. Actually, no, that's not it. Is it? Let's find the Great Space Hunk. There it is. Yeah, I thought it wasn't that. It's next to a big asteroid. Occasionally, I use the Afterburner cruise speed when decoupled. The AI is bad in this game. Oh, what? In this one? To not fly decoupled. Oh, there we go. I'm trying desperately to learn. I'm going to take this earphone out because the music, for some reason, for me is very loud. I'm trying to learn to decouple, to fly decoupled 95% of the time. For the bigger vessels like the Constellation and the Starfarer, I tend to use coupled mode more when I've made my micro corrections in terms of undocking and docking procedures. But certainly for the nimble F7C fighter, she's nimble enough that she can get herself out of most of the problems that she can encounter in decoupled mode, as long as you got the reaction time. So, for example, in ICC3, when I started my SCMs with the 350R, or BFMs with the 3FDR, and that is very loud. I'm going to turn that down so I can actually hear myself speak. The music is by Utho Riley. Lovely guy. Stopped making Star Citizen fan music for the moment. He's taking a break. But all of his stuff is there, and it's really good. I really like Utho's stuff, especially the Carrick Suite. But yeah, the AI is bad in this game. The AI is interesting. Sometimes it's really thick as mud, where it'll derp straight into asteroids, it'll make funny maneuvers, but there are other times when I think it's secretly just lulling you into a sense of security before basically wrecking you. So some AI will fly so close to an asteroid, but they'll tempt you to fly close to the asteroid as well, and then they'll make a sudden course change, and you'll crash straight into the asteroid. Other times, certainly 350Rs, there's definitely two flavours of 350R. One that's really bad at flying, and then there's one that's laser accurate. And of course, the public enemy has sat his public enemy little ass straight on the ICC probe. Not going off to Korea and saying, come and fight me if you want to. No, he's making sure that every single newbie sits on that ICC probe. Who is the public enemy? Probably going to be Toby, and I'm just going to talk shit about him. Who is the enemy? He should have told me. Oh, no one's telling me. I guess we're going to have to find out. I don't fight AI and decoupled anymore. It only helps them to aimbot you. Yes, the AI's aimbot, especially with gimbaled weapons. When a Gladius is pointing this way and its gun can fire out in this direction, the pilot can't even see you, and yet he's laser accurate in his targeting. Take the M50, for example. They'll dodge and evade you forever, but if you stop, they stop in place and barely move. Damian Arbuz.
Pings on my scanners.
Damien Arbuz, and he is against boy 1227 in an Avenger. What's he in? An Aurora? Yes. Although a good Aurora pilot will run rings around anybody. Do I dare take on the public enemy? I want to say yes. He's lost his aft shield. And a missile's flying straight at him. Oh, what is firing at him? That looks like it's a freelancer? No, that's the Avenger. What's that? It's a Mustang. Is this a newbie fight? Do eat. Okay, fine. Sod it. We'll do it. Couple mode's active. That's why I can't. It's 3 guys against 1 Aurora. If he doesn't pop, then something's gone horribly wrong somewhere. He's also making it incredibly easy for me. He says. But then he's not looking at me. Oh, come on, Des. Stop making a hand fist of this. This shouldn't take this long. See, every time I go in PvP against an actual person, my heart rate rises significantly. Yeah, and he's jumped because there's 3 guys against 1, and that's not a fair fight, especially for an Aurora. And against an F7C, it's interesting that he didn't lose any of his structural integrity. Which, in that case, if it is a Warlock, why was he not using his EMP to disable him? Could have made our life so much easier if he'd just knocked out his shields and we could have just derped straight into him. Never mind. From the character model, from the looks of the character model, he's damaged his port gun mount, but that's all the damage we did to him. The Warlock tried but failed. It looked like a newbie fight. Aurora versus Mustang versus Avenger. So probably the newbie tried to take out the Avenger, or at least shoot at the Avenger, and got minced in return, or at least shot back in return, which then caused him to get a wanted level. Almost certainly there'll be in chat someone going, how do I get rid of a wanted level? How hard is it to bind EMP and missiles to one button? Hey, give him some slack. They're new. We were all new once. Oh, God, need to fix that dead zone. By the time I get there, I'll have pointed straight at it. Yeah, we were all new once. Although I'm deeply ashamed, but that's the caliber of my PvPing, that I was not able to take out an Aurora that was making it very easy for me. So I hang my head in shame. But, as I say every stream, I'm crap. It's what you pay for. So, right, we're on ICC... What is it? ICC 7 now? ICC 7, ICC 8? No, ICC 7, because we got the Vandal one next, and then we've got the 2 Starfarers. And then I have no idea what we're going to do. But I'm sure we will think of something. We can try some more stunts in the Herald around the Cryastro facility. I wondered why I was suddenly speeding away at high speed. I have the afterburners activated. Lol. I don't know where it was. Recently I was walking through the centre of town and walking past a bunch of teenagers. And one of them had just told what on the face of it seemed to be a joke to another one. And the first one turns to the one that told the joke and just gets lol. Doesn't make any facial expression, doesn't laugh, just says lol with this vacant expression. I'm thinking, what has our youth come to? The Ellen is a sturdy mosquito. Took me longer to take down than Buck with the same good pilot in it. Princess Frey, one of the DamnShames, one of my fellow DamnShames, and editor of Ships Illustrated, loves her little Lenny. I've yet to dogfight her, so that might be an interesting thing to stream. Woo! I am having very violent relations with the nose cone of a hornet. And if only Suki Small was here, because then that would be going straight into the
Keep helping me
Discord
out like that,
quotes
and I
section.
just might make you an honorary junior cartographer.
Interestingly, Moobot has actually triggered something. No. Naughty ship. Naughty ship. Trying to blasted couple mode me straight into a bloody asteroid. ICC probe. There's the ICC probe. 60% fuel. Do I need some more fuel? Why not? Took me longer today to take one down than a buck with the same good piloting. Buccaneers. Buccaneers. Two ships that are the bane of my existence. Buccaneers and Gladiuses. Gladii. My little buggers. I've seen some good pilots PvP in Mustangs. Apparently the wing struts are invulnerable. I would not surprise. Astropub delights in doing PvP in squads of Auroras. Don't know which type of Auroras. Probably LNs. But yeah, that's the wonderful thing about this game. The thing I love about this game so much is the fact that it's not really pay to win. A lot of people complain on the subreddit and on the forums that this is pay to win. You buy the best ships, you buy the best guns, and then you just pull the trigger and watch as people crumble beneath you. But no, a couple of good pilots in an Aurora can take down a Gladius or an... I hesitate to say Idris, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of the first things I see on a subreddit after the Idris gets it put into the game is that somebody will have taken an Aurora and smacked the hell out of an Idris. And boy oh boy will there be some salt on that subreddit after that gets posted. One day I'd like to see a wing of RS pilots all in Auroras take down capital ships. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Someone's going to make a video where 1, 2, 3, maybe 10 Auroras will go up against a capital ship like an Idris, like a Javelin, and they will just rip it to shreds. And that video will go straight on the subreddit, and then there'll be a whole bunch of very salty Idris owners who will go, "Ooh, nerf Aurora, please." I just know it. I love this community, but they are so predictable. It's like this recent salt over the 600i. I personally like the 600i. I don't understand the people going, for that price I want bulletproof everything and I want a button that melts my enemies. I know they're in the vocal minority, but still makes me question. And there was a Buccaneer. I managed to get a signature and a contact just as he jumped. Ray attack. Never met him before. What do you guys think of the actor status system? And the an acronym is a bit interesting, but we will we'll avoid that for the moment. I'm personally really looking forward to it. It's going to add a layer of tactical nous to foot fights that I don't think we have currently. Not a fan of it. Trades too much utility to look pretty. Too much utility to look pretty. Oh, what the? Are we talking about the actor status system or the Buccaneer? I know there's a 30-second delay, so sometimes I get confused as to what I'm responding to. Especially when my brain is trying to buffer firefights and soon-to-be Vandal Glaives, which I can never kick, never defeat. The 600i. Yeah, it trades to look pretty, but then again, it's supposed to be the white whale, isn't it? It's supposed to be a slab of gunk that looks pretty, which idiot? Well, let's face it, idiots are going to buy, but that's what it was designed for. In fact, it was at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo at the end of 2016 when they did that whole series of Top Gear impressions, where there was a 300. They did the 300 stuff, and the Jeremy Clarkson and Jax McCreary said it was for old guys with too much money. Take it easy, Toby. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for dropping by. Take it easy. So yeah, three origins are designed to look pretty, go fast, or well, not necessarily go fast, but just look pretty. It's the midlife crisis ship line. It means more cargo space. I debate that because I mean I love having these kind of debates because that's the meat of this community, is that is having these wonderful little back and forths. Of course, when the opposing player doesn't get really salty, but for the way I see the 600i, it's supposed to make a statement on the pad. It sits on the pad and you're basically shouting to everyone else, hey, look at my ship, I'm compensating for something at least. And then you invite a couple of your buddies over and you pop the champagne and you fly drunkenly to a planet. You land on the planet, you have canapes served to you by a butler. You then drop your rover, your Origin rover, onto the surface and you muck around pulling wheelies and stuff, and then you stick it back in the thing and you take it back and stick it in your hangar. I don't think it's really not supposed to do anything other than sort of you be the ship that goes, hey, I'm expensive. Oh my gosh, and there's several of them. Run. This time it's spawn 3. I do not like this. Run away. Oh, no, don't. Couple mode, for goodness sake. Not now. Not now. Not now. Not whilst there's missiles flying at me. No. No time for couple mode. Whose idea was that? Just pick and choose, Dead. Just pick it and go. Just say, if you want to stay simple, we only have the 890 jump. Yeah, but the 890 jump's expensive, and the 600i is a little less expensive. But it's from what I can understand, because we've got a really avid 890 jump owner in one of the Discord servers that I've got. From what he's saying, that thing is built like a bloody tank. An absolute tank. At the moment, can only carry 36 cargo or so, which is the rover and a little bit extra space, or a Nox and a lot of it. Well, not much, but not. It's not massive, but then again, if you want a big massive cargo hold, grab yourself a Hull E. But that's my take on it anyway. If you want the cargo space, grab the Hull. Or if you want the Explorer, go with the Aquila. But yeah, the 890 jump, by the sounds of it, is a massive ass tank. Hellishly big ass tank. From what? Well, so what did he say? It was the only thing. He said the only thing that could take down that 890 jump was another capital ship. Which made me instantly prick up my ears, because, well, how does that work with the Eclipse players and the Retaliator players? I mean, I might be over-exaggerating here, I probably am. But I think you get a couple of salty Eclipse and Retaliate and Tally players if you can't puncture that thing with a couple of size 10 torps to the face. But that's just me. I'm a Carrack owner. I love my Carrack. I don't know anything else about any other ship. Water. Right, what time are we on? Goodness me, I've already been live for an hour and a half. Hey, Aussie Astro! Thank you very much for joining, buddy. Welcome to the Parliament. You are my 52nd follower. Thank you. Are you?
It's saying it can't ID it.
You can try. It is, slightly, I grant you. You need a wing of Eclipse, though. By themselves, they only have 3 torps. Yep, they only have 3 torps. How many torpedoes does the Tally carry?
Giving you the codes in case you're interested in scoping it out.
It's quite a bit more than the Eclipse, but then again, the Eclipse is a single-seater fighter, isn't it? So 3 torps to the face. And yes, you need a wing of them to take down an 890 jump. But there was some chat discourse in the on Spectrum about exactly how powerful the point defense systems on the 890 jump were. Oh, okay, it's done that. 6 talks with the telly. Hey, Aussie Astro. 07, my friend. 6 talks with the tally. So 3 eclipses and a tally, and I reasonably expect anything with a pressure hull to be severely dented by the salvos that are going to be running straight at its face. I'm really looking forward to the big cap ship battles. I really am. Especially when it's a cap ship that gets ambushed by a fleet of eclipses that just melt out of the shadows and launch a massive salvo and then run away, whilst the cap ship desperately fights to block as many of the incoming torps as it possibly can, but 1 or 2 slip through. It's just this blinding flash of light as they explode against the complete Battlestar Galactica style. That's what I'm after. Massive nuclear warheads impacting against Cylon base stars. Essentially, I just love my spaceship porn. And I'm not afraid to say it. Every time CIG releases a new internal damage state and then flicks back and forth between the damaged state and the non-damaged state, I have myself a little bit of a fun time. That's why I like the ATVs with the actor status symbol system. That was great. I enjoyed that one. Mainly because that has so many benefits for upcoming FPS combat. People are going to have to start thinking about how to manage getting around, how to best manage resources. It becomes a lot more of a tactical game, which I suppose is what they were after in the first place. But it does bring in other potential elements. I'm secretly hoping for, and I know the idea has been bandied around on Reddit and on Spectrum, is the idea that we get, I'm clipping into the ladder, hello. Anyone who comes through that door is going to get an interesting thing of me going sideways. But it can get some RPG elements into it, like fitness. So if you put your character into the gym and you do weightlifting, that you'll be able to pick more heavier boxes up or heavier weapons up. Your recoil will be reduced. Or if you go running a lot around planets, that your stamina will increase enough to be able to survive for longer stretches. I can see it now. Take 3 Eclipse and a Warlock, one shot any cap ship. Oh, it'll be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Especially with the Idris explosion we saw at Gamescom. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it was laggy as hell, but if they managed to get cap ships working in a week, then that's impressive in its own right. But that explosion, it was exactly what I wanted. It's not this just singular explosion. There's mini explosions happening all over the ship. It's that boom, boom, boom. If that had gone on for 5 minutes, I would not have been unhappy. Just that boom, 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 boom. And it might have to be when we're talking about people escaping in escape pods and stuff like that. Speaking of escape pods, they have not ejected. Yeah, just with the escape pods, things exploding, gas venting. It'll take 5 minutes to explode the damn thing if you're not pumping any more rounds into it. And just watching escape pods fly out from the outside of the ship into space. Oh, this game. An $85 ship takes down a $1,500 ship. Much salt will be had that day. Much salt. Speaking of $85 ships taking down $1,500 ships, have you seen what's happened in Eve recently? My goodness, backstabbery to the extreme. So, was it Circle of Two? Circle of Two? Yeah, it was Circle of Two. Big Eve alliance. One of their higher-ups nicked pretty much every single one of their assets and gave all of their spaceships and all their assets to Test, which is another evil organization. I want to know whether that Test is related to our Test squadron we see in Star Citizen. But they estimate that the amount he nicked from them was amounted to about 1 trillion ISK, which is their in-game currency. 1 trillion ISK. I've only heard of trillions of ISK being bandied around in publications when there's massive battles like the Battle of Jita, where thousands of players turn up and just duke it out, and they lose millions of real world, well, thousands and thousands of real world pounds and dollars on ships. And this one guy just ups and nicks every single one of his orgs, ships, space stations, hands it over to test, and then defects. Cross. And to top it all off, their leader, the Circle of Two's leader, not Test's leader, publicly says that he's going to chop the hands off the guy who nicked everything. And because that violated CCP's terms of service for EVE, he got permabanned. I mean, talk about, the Circle of Two cannot survive, but that's the kind of backstabbery that you can get, yes, in EVE. It's kind of not what I hope for Star Citizen. It's an interesting model where the player economy is so pivotal in that area. It will make some really interesting gameplay. Really interesting gameplay. But then again, I'm thinking about the asymmetric missions that you can get in Star Citizen 3.0, where we'll be fighting each other, or at least getting an option to either fight or trade or do something in these asymmetric missions when we turn up on the same ones. What's your take on it? They did CIG posted a poll recently where they asked how the community would react to various situations. Were you more likely to... Was it CIG? Was it a backer? One of the two. Poll where they asked if you were engaged in one of these asymmetric fights, would you shoot the other player on sight? Would you try and communicate with them, or would you try and observe them and see what they did and then decide about it later? A surprising number of people said that they would do it on comms, but question of how truthful that is. I mean, it's nice to say in principle, but in reality, you're going to comm someone, and when you're a bit pissed off and a bit upset. Hey, how's the Astro? Yeah, okay, that's no worries. If you want to stick me on at work, don't have any worries about that. I'm perfectly work friendly. I try not to swear on a regular basis. But yeah, if you want to auto host me, that would be absolutely fantastic and greatly appreciated. Yes, VoIP, FOIP. Render has just commented VoIP is going to take some time getting used to. The VoIP and the FOIP. I want to know how they're going to stop me from making all the silly faces. Middle of a serious conversation with the DamnShames somewhere whilst everything's explained. Now, unable to watch at work, government blocks or streaming websites. Oh, no. Oh well. Anything you miss, don't worry about it. I usually upload all of my Twitch streams onto my YouTube channel. So if you're following me on Twitter, it's at DesicanOwl. I always post the playlist link after I've streamed. You can catch up with everything I get up to as soon as I've uploaded it, and yeah, you can basically have a line to me. So yeah, don't forget to check that out. But yeah, it's greatly appreciated, buddy. Thanks for the auto host, and thank you for dropping by. It's been greatly appreciated. Hope to see you soon. Right, Render says, imagine being ganked by a pirate and they open comms and you hear a squeaky 12-year-old threatening you. It will happen. It will almost certainly happen. But the thing is, I've noticed that majority of the audience for Star Citizen, I think the average age is 25, 26. I don't know. It seems to have the skill gap is so high that I don't think we'll get many squeakers, well, many squeaker squads. Because it's not a Call of Duty title. It's not so easy to pick up and play. The learning curve is ridiculous. Ooh, hello. Average gamer age is 30. Yeah, average gamer age is 30-ish, and pretty even split between male and female. No matter what happens on the Overwatch forums. Ooh, I am glitching all the crates. So yeah, I mean, I've attended all the bar citizens I've attended, and all the Gamescoms and sitcoms that I've attended or I'm going to attend. The average people that turn up to them are to the events, not the bar. Well, certainly not the bar citizens, because usually the bar citizens is 18 and over. But the events themselves, I've not seen any kids, and I mean, I've seen pictures of older players getting their kids interested in Star Citizen, but. Yeah, it's not like Destiny or Call of Duty or Battlefront where you can easily pick up a pad and anyone can get involved. It's to be any good, you need to spend hours and hours training and learning the ropes and how everything fits together. I mean, I've spent, I don't know how many hours I've got on this account, but it's probably up there in the high hundreds. Oh gosh, the bloody gun's there. Okay, I'm going to push the gun out the way because I don't want to grab it. Right, come on, get out of my way. No, I don't want to use you. I want to use the pad. Thank you, because I've already got a Devastator. And open. And back. And open. Thank you. Right. This mission tends to break. So I've got all the data I need, everything I need to be able to successfully get the good ending in this mission. And the last 3 streams I've done this, nothing has happened when I've plugged it all into the terminal. It registers that something's happened, but it doesn't seem to want to register that I've actually finished it. But yeah, going back to your original point about being stood up by held up by a squeaker. See, it withdraws security guard posts and then it adds an audio entry. But it doesn't trigger that system anymore. It still gives me the use option. Is it worth just grabbing the other data pads and seeing whether that triggers the mission? I swear I've done this before without grabbing any of the other data pads, apart from those 2 and the one in the locker room, which gives me the evidence I need. But it could be that the mission is reliant on the rest of the... Oh gosh, and the trolley is right in my face. So we'll go up, top floor. Hello. But we're almost certainly going to have to go float through the rest of the station to try and find all the rest of the data pad, because reasons. I wonder whether it will actually just trigger the other mission. Is there anything? These audio logs really do my nut in. Alright, there's the other data pad. I want some Moby mods. Gimme. Dum 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 dum. Hi, Oz. Who doesn't like Esquire? I can't hear myself think, which is why I'm suddenly stopped talking, is because I'm... Cognitive dissonance is what it's called, trying to talk whilst other things are going on. Well, actually no, cognitive dissonance is when you get your voice played back to you a fraction of a second after you've said it. It causes your brain to gunk up with everything. Essentially the same thing happens with this one. Trying to talk while someone else is talking, my brain is trying to focus on what they're saying, even though I've heard it a million times. And struggling to form correct sentences which are interesting on stream because reasons. Call me. Holler at me.
This station is currently off limits. Please vacate the area.
Is there a People's here? There might be a People's here. No one's nicked me Hornet. So who knows? I could mute the audio. I could, but then you miss all the wonderful psst noises and gun noises and Nope, that didn't work. It's probably added the audio entry for the bad ending as well. Okay, that's glitched. How bizarre. How bizarre. Yeah, I could mute the audio. What I really want is a headset that has a built-in monitor, so I can actually hear myself speak, because that removes a lot of the cognitive dissonance. I can play the voice back through the computer, back into my headset, but the problem is the headset's not on a separate line, so you'll be able to hear it as well as me speaking, which will sound really weird, and then it sets up that cognitive dissonance because for some reason the computer isn't able to push the signal back through to the headset at the same time it's being spoken. So I have to play a balancing act. I mean, I could get rid of the voices, but then how would I do the ICC missions? I play a very delicate balancing game with this audio setup. I'm exploring other options in terms of adding different audio drivers, so I can artificially pump different tracks through my headset and to you guys. But right now, I am struggling to do that. Right, so what time are we on? Let me just check my phone. It is 9:20 here in the United Kingdom, which means I've got 40 minutes of content to fill, and I've already done the ICC missions, and I've done Kovalax. I mean, I could go to Security Post Korea, but that will almost certainly end up with me having my ass handed to me on a silver platter, which I've tried before and I found is not very interesting to watch, is me losing over and over and over again. The best thing that comes out one of those is when I rage, and I usually throw big hissy fit tantrums and throw my controllers all over the place. I mean, really good quality for YouTube. I could do a squadron battle. I could, yeah. I mean, I could back out and do a Vandal Swarm. See how far I get solo. Shall I do that? Do you want to see Vandal Swarm or Pirate Swarm? Please tell me this is a newbie. What are you? Oh, you're in a Mustang and you're screwed. Sorry, buddy. I've just dropped you into the shit. I'm going to give him a hand, even though for some reason my target marker for the Gladius has disappeared. It's giving me the hit marker, but his box has disappeared. How bizarre. Oh, because my jump overlay is active. Why is my jump overlay active? Oh, the frames are real, and I can't hit this guy. Oh, this is unfortunate. Come on, Des, hit the guy. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Another problem is that this newbie is trying to fight, and he's getting... Oh, come there. That's my first hit marker on this guy. Oh, this is embarrassing. Come on, Des. Pull up on the stick. Come on, come here. Why can't I hit this guy? I'm starting to lose faith in my ability to pilot now. Come here, you glitchy motherfucker. I'm not going to do a PewDiePie. I'm never going to do a PewDiePie. Okay, this is getting embarrassing and very annoying. Why can't I hit this guy? Oh, there's a saber around here. No, it's just the Gladius and the Cutlass. Two Gladiuses and the Cutlass, no wonder. Let's switch targets to the Cutlass and see whether I can take him out, because usually I'm pretty good at taking out Cutlasses because they're so slow. But it does leave me completely open to being aggressed by the Gladius, which is currently happening, so I'm going to have to switch my attention back to the Gladius because he's going to wreck me if I'm not careful. Right, can I actually hit this guy? Ooh, wow, that was a boom and zoom from the other Gladius. Because obviously they've finished with the Mustang, or at least have gotten bored with the Mustang, and are now exclusively targeting me. My tails have been damaged. Come on. I used to be able to do these really easily. There's the ballistic cannons on the Cutlass firing. There we go. That's some decent hits on him, but it's not enough to secure the attack. Just registered another bogey on the overlay. Oh, that was another player who got a wonderful set of shots straight onto the Gladius. But the bogey registration means that it's a pirate. so that's the other one down. The Ninetales Aurora. It's the black. It's the what was it? Beardy fish, whatever it was. Bird. Something rather. There's just earlier that's having the same problem. See, I'm buffering. I can't speak whilst I'm flying, or at least I'm in combat situations, because 95% of my physical mental capacity is given over to shooting these guys, and even that's not enough to actually take a shot at them. Oh gosh, this is really embarrassing. Why can I not have shoot? I look like a noob. There we go. So who was firing then? Oh, it's a buck. It's a buck, and I'm about to go straight into his line of fire. Yeah, it's a buck. We're all lacing straight into this guy, and he's lost his engine, so he's not going anywhere. There we go. So that's now a question of who wants the... how are you with lag pips? I think they would be easier. I've tried lag pips, and I've tried lead pips, and the lag pips I've had trouble with. I don't quite know why. Maybe it's time to go back to them. I'm trying desperately to stick to one system. Like I said, I have bad days, and this seems to be one of these bad days. Normally I can run rings around these guys, but for some reason I am sucking very badly tonight. Don't know why. Maybe we'd switch back to the lead, the lag pips, and see whether we can do that. Now, where would that be? I've forgotten where that is. There we go. Flight lead pip, no, and then back. Right. Let's see whether we can try that and find another comm array, and we'll install some more combat in that comm array. This will be against one player, unless another player has managed to make it in. We'll give it a go. We will give it a go, because why not? I think I'm just getting flustered. Flustered Deses do not shoot straight. Right, there's the ad. And what are you giving me? Cutlass. See, cutlasses I can do. They're big, stupid, and heavy. It's the Gladius. The Gladius. And the 350R. There we go. Right. Oh, of course, these are the lag pips. I'm no longer fighting my target. There we go. And there goes the shielding. Oh gosh, I've forgotten how weird these are. Oh dear. I'm going to suck it naturally, because it's going to take me a while to get back to where I used to be with these, because I'm so used to just sort of following the target. Oh, that's the reason why I switched to lead pips, because... Am I an afterburner? Because that caused me a lot of blacking out just there. Because I found that with the lag pips, I had the box over the target and I still was missing. I had to lead the target by quite some way. Oh, come here. Come on, let's get that big, nice underbelly, a nice big tickle. Nice big tickle. I want to see your belly or your head. Come on. You're not going to give me your head. Come on. Ooh, no, don't black. Rotate, rotate, change alignment. All blood goes to head. Get out of there. Do not turn, fight against the cutlass. Can you see the look on my face? I'm sort of trying desperately to go. One of the first things I learned when I was streaming is never stay quiet for long. And the problem is with this game, I tend to start... Oh, have I blacked? No, I'm still there. It's just I was right on the cusp. I had to stay in one place. My goodness, why am I having so many problems with this? Come on, die. Die. I mean, I know it's exactly the same process. It's just align the target with the reticule and pull the trigger. But for some reason, the lag to lead switch change has really altered how I fly. Come on. Ah, dear. This is the time when I wish they put exploration in so that now I could show you something else. There we go, there's his engine. And then of course, because my CF227s suck a lot of power, it takes a while to take him out. I'll do it eventually, it's just a question of when. And then he'll try to run and it'll be awkward and... You know, because he won't go very far, and I'll just keep plugging away. Oh, bogey. Someone else has joined the fight. Any chance we could blow up now? Right. There we go. Because I was staying still whilst the entire engagement was going on. Right, I need to leave my weapons to cool down. It's that Buccaneer. Look at him fly though, look at that. Right on that guy's ass. The entire way, staying almost perfectly on orbit around him. Ooh. Don't shoot him. Come on. Ah no, I need to leave them to cool down longer. Pitch up and back. Ooh, something has got my number, so let's move that around. For both lead and lag pips, where your aim is the same, but with the lag you're focusing on the enemy ship, and you can also target the canopy engines, etc. With lead you have no control where your shots land. Very true, very true. Yeah, I can pick and choose a bit more, can't I? I've got a bit more freedom. It's just the change in the system has caused a little bit of a disconnect with my head. Ooh, we almost had a mid-space collision. To be honest, I think I might start to wind down this stream. I'm obviously struggling with this at the moment. Unless, of course, you're okay with watching me suck horribly. Come on. Get that reticule over the target. There we go. I suppose me and the Buck were struggling. Who is the Buck? The Buck is Captain Stewie. Oh wow, all caps. Let's see whether he can he'll respond to that. Oh, it wasn't the Buck. It was an Avenger. Interesting. He's good though. See whether he wants it or not. My wife is belching in the background. Gonna take it, buddy? Yeah, you got it. Why not? I don't need the Alpha UEC. So he can has that one. I'll go to the next one and we'll see whether we can improve from there. Right. Actually, no, I'll keep going. It's 20 more. What? Zoinks? Is it empty? Buffer's saying my tweet lineup is empty and I need to refill it. Which probably is true. I probably do need to refill it. Right, okay, let's try and be a bit more methodical about this. This is going to turn into a bit of a training exercise, so I do apologise if you think this is a bit boring. It's not the usual thing, right? Because the Aurora is the easiest thing to focus on, so I just need to improve my circling. See, boom, like that. I take the time, I concentrate, I can do it. I get flustered in, big engagements and end up messing up royally. I think I'm just moving too fast relative to the other player. It's me who's going too fast laterally to be able to keep up, rather than going just fast enough so they can't keep an aim. Who knows? Who knows? Also, the AI seems to change its behaviour depending on how many other players are in the area. It becomes substantially better the more players enter the zone. Who knows? I try to maintain good combat posture, but some reason it just doesn't seem to come naturally to me. I suppose Git Good nub is the one we need. Git Good. Git Good. I will try. I will desperately try to get Git Good. But it takes a long time. Right, power that up. Turn around. Ooh. Smack my head straight into that crossbeam. And then bounce straight off the wall. Like we're playing a game of ping. Not sure about that. AI tend to focus on one person, so they're very easy to third party. Ah. You see, actually, I have trouble with that. I don't know why. I focus down I become a wingman to somebody. I focus down their target, and I just can't stay on him at all. I probably need to sit down in Arena Commander and just with maybe not with Vandal Sword, but with somebody else, with somebody who knows how to fly these things, and go over the maneuvers that I need to be making. I think I've had some offers before. I think Pathogen UK has offered before. I probably should take him up on that, because Pathogen's a good player. I think he's a dual sticker. Dual stick with pedal, I think. But they say practice makes perfect, and I need to practice. There's the comm array, there's 306. 306 is where I'm going. Need some more water, because I'm going a bit gravelly. Okie dokie. Next one. My tail is slightly damaged, but that's okay. I've still got shield emitters, so that is working. Love the suspenseful music, Utho. Will Des be able to fly? That sense of tension, panic, urgency. You gonna spawn me an ad? Or am I just gonna be able to waltz straight up to this uplink and activate it and get 1,000 free creds? I mean, I'm not going to say no to 1,000 free creds if you're going to give them to me, but I kind of wanted a bit more practice. Hey, Moobot, thank you for posting that. Yeah, there's my Twitter link. Good Moobot. See, now I've actually learned how to run Moobot. It's behaving a lot better. Surprising, funny that, isn't it? Learn how to use a program and it works properly. Still better than it's Nightbot, which swears at people if you don't program it properly. But I've gone into that story so many times on stream, I'm pretty certain you're all sick to death of it. Free money. Look at that. Game's giving me free money. I'm clicking things. I need a bigger desk. That's definitely what I need. I need sticks, dual sticks. I need a bigger desk. I probably need some pedals, or at least for me, to help me to fly better. I'll need all the help I can get. I'll get some pedals. So I don't ask for much. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Take your time. You're going to get a sandwich, some food, a drink, go to the toilet. 2-hour streams, they're long streams, and if you stay for the whole thing, thank you very much for doing so. But please, please do not sit there in discomfort and think you need to watch the whole bloody thing. Did a couple of 48-hour charity streams a year or so ago. And because we had a bunch of prizes on offer, one guy stayed up for the... Well, he was in at hour 36. Having worked a full day, he spent an extra 36 hours awake trying to win various games from the stream. And word was on the stream when he didn't respond for a bit that he'd been taken to hospital from sleep deprivation because he'd spent most of the time watching the blasted charity stream, desperately trying to win the games, and didn't bother to take care of himself. He hadn't eaten, he hadn't slept, he hadn't visited the loo. It was a nightmare. Ooh, cutlass. Right, okay. So this is the tank end of the spectrum. It's kind of similar to the Aurora. Big, slow. Well, it's slow and very ponderous, but the cutlass will aim back at you. So come on, Des, get close. Get close. Don't let him turn fight you. Keep going. There we go. Let's take your nice crispy engines out. Give me a side profile. It makes it more difficult to hit. I probably should be going up to access that juicy large profile. There we go. Nice enough. Right, okay. I'm going to resist. I'm talking to myself now. They say it's genius or madness. Definitely the latter. Yeah, also have the boost. Hey, there goes the engine. Yeah, I like to, certainly for when I'm in decoupled mode, I like to use the boost for closing the distance. So if somebody booms and zooms away, which I find the 350Rs do, and the Gladius do, they'll turn fight you for a little bit, and then they'll turn on their tail and boost as fast as possible in the opposite direction. I'm going to settle. There we go. Boom! And especially if I'm in turning circles, the boost helps me tighten. If I push ahead of the target and boost up, I can usually close the distance really quickly. But boosting, I find, also causes me to black out because I haven't fully mastered G-Safe yet. So you can see I fly with everything off. I could probably try and use Comstab, because Comstab should tighten up my turns, but that will also lead to me blacking out a lot more if I got G-Safe off. At least that's the plan, anyway. Meow, straight through. So you sound like you've been playing Star Citizen for a long, long time, Render. When did you back? Because I'm a, what was it, October 2015 backer, just after the Battle of Vega. Or I should just say the Battle of Vega 2, which is now Aramis. Comstab lessens you drift, which is the point of decoupled. Very true. Very true. But it would allow you to make faster turns with decoupled, which you could then kick back off. I'm talking horse turd. Well, no, cow turd. Bull turd. I don't know. It's been a long, stressful day. My car broke down today, so I've been running around like a headless chicken trying to get it fixed. Because it broke down, what, 50 meters, 100 meters away from the front door. The starter motor was ticking over, but the engine wasn't firing, so I had to call my coverage and get a guy with a flatbed to come out, and he poked and prodded at it for an hour or so. Couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. 4 months or so ago. 4 months. And you're already probably better than I am. Goodness me. What made you you interested in Star Citizen, or have you been watching the project for a while before you picked up the game? Because 4 months ago, when was that? 9/5, yeah, 5th May time. What was going on in May time? Ah, so if you've only recently started PvPing, then I guess that's where you've spotted all of the, well, all the Templar 1 videos, because you've been reading up on them as well. Right, Gladius. Fast, nimble, ballistic cannon on the nose, which is gimbaled. So you want to stay up and behind. So he's already taken out my tail. That's the one thing he's got. Right. Boost. Get close. Up. Boost. Get close. Boost. Sound like I'm using voice attack. I'm not. Stay up and behind. Stay up and behind. Come on, that should be hitting. Come on. Boom. There we go. Yeah. And I PvP against them all the time. Winning the match is another story. They are very good players. Very, very good players. If you manage to get into a match with them and get some training off them, then fantastic. Great. Well done. I'm pleased for you because they are fantastic. Well, they're constantly up them. Angels of the Warp and Aussie One. They're always top of the leaderboards every time I see an email from the weekly newsletter from RSI. And a lovely bunch of guys to boot. Well, most of them are, but then again you get the oddballs in all of your organisations. The guys who are behind the Relay podcast as well, they've got a fantastic instructional series of videos. There's a lot of lovely community based information out there if you can find it. The problem is just trying to find it all. It's so disparate. I hopped into my first Arena Commander match about 2 weeks ago, and I used this Hornet F7C and thought to myself, I'm probably going to die a lot, and I did. I'm probably not going to get any kills. I got 2, so I was very impressed with my skills. But yeah, in Arena Commander, you pull the trigger and point the ship, and someone's going to die somewhere within 30 seconds. It's like Toby said, that the guns for Arena Commander are much more responsive. Yeah, that's the issue. That's where I'm at, is that I can do my evade. I can evade pretty well, but every time I twist the stick and pull it up to evade, I can't track that target. But obviously, you could see here, I'm still pretty bad at tracking targets anyway. I just need more combat experience, I suppose, is the main thing. Right, comstab off, couple mode off, time check, please. 10 minutes to go. Fantastic. I killed Templar once. I asked if I could join RS, and he just laughed. Oh. That's okay. Form another organisation. Where am I going? I need to go to a blasted Cryastro. That's what I was thinking I was going to go to, and then all of a sudden I got sidetracked. Security post Cryastro. Obstructed, because of course it is. So you PvP mainly in Arena Commander by the sound of it then? Or do you hop onto the PU and do some PvP here, or is it mainly on Arena Commander? Ooh, who's in ports? It is Mad Syringe in the 300 series. Sounds about right. You on this side, buddy?
Hey, traveler.
Hello.
Thanks for stopping by Cryastro.
No worries.
The Empire's repair, refuel, and restocking
It's interesting. Why is he pointed that way? Or is he on the other side? No, he's on this side. We'll go and say hi. Yes, I know that pad is taken. Thank you. Ooh, I need to rotate. So that's why I'm struggling. There we go. Right. Boom. Mainly do squad and battle royale. Okay. So we'll go. You in the cockpit? Or are you floating free? Yeah, you're in the cockpit. Whee, you look at him go. Oh, you auto landed. That's why you were able to do that. Sometimes join them in free flight. Okay. So are you looking forward to 3.0? I guess that's the question on everyone's lips. We'll be surprised if you weren't.
You're good to go.
What's the first thing? That's a good question. What's the first thing you're going to do when 3.0 hits? For me, it's going to be, and there's going to be a lot of players here, looking to 3.1. 3.1. What's in 3.1? Okay, what's in 3.1 that you're looking forward to? And then answer what's the first thing you're going to do when 3.0 launches. Now, if there's nobody here, there's going to soon be a lot of people here.
Do yourself a favour and
Hey, I finished up with the Gladius. Excellent. Want my the Terrapin. Yes, the Terrapin.
run and you die. Fine.
Right, there we go. So he's past me. Boost, get that maneuver thing charted, and then get straight behind him. He's zoomed away, so let's chase after him. He's evaded, so we'll just wobble again to get that aim back. Right, there we go. Yeah, I need to remount these better. I'm at the full extension of my arms, which is probably not doing me any favours for my aim. So everything about my setup is wrong. My life is a lie. There's a reason I suck at Star Citizen PvE. Right, come on, let's bring that round. There we go. Boom! Goes the dynamite. The Terrapin. I don't really use mounts per se. They're just sitting, they're resting on my desk, but the desk is higher than the position I sit, and yeah, they're just awkwardly positioned. I'd much prefer them to be lower than me, or lower than my, where they currently are, lower than my desk. Because I know that there's some fantastic monster mounts and stuff like that that clip onto the desk, but I'm currently a bit strapped for cash, having just left my current job. So they'll probably come in the later part of this year when I move and find myself some new job that I can do. Because I am looking forward to that. I've been in biology now for years. Yes, the Monster Tech mounts. Lots of people recommend the Monster Tech mounts. Lots of people. Are they good? Do you like them? I've got lots of positive feedback from them, so I'm assuming they're really good. But it's that price. They are really good, and really good mounts come with a really good price. Really good price for the manufacturer. I would love nothing more than have a set of Monster Techs. It's like I'd love a set of MFG crosswind pedals. I like them. The only downside is they make you sit further from your screen. Well, I'm already quite far back. I'm imagining it's sort of not too much further down there. So that would be pretty good. I'm impeded because I've got a microphone right here, which is pushing me quite far back. That's the problem I'm having, is that I'm pretty much at full extension when I'm flying. Oh, you got MFG crosswinds. Don't tell me these things. I'm already super jelly. I'd love a set. Oh, that's cheatsy. Oh well, I was going to destroy my ship anyway, but you know, you've done it for me. That's low. That is low. Never mind. Never mind. If you want a cheaper alternative, you use some Vesipol mounts for your chair. The thing is, I bought this chair specifically from IKEA because just go away. Don't just. Oh, 2 Warthogs of MFGs and the Monster Tech mounts. Oh, you've got the perfect setup. I want your setup. I'm going to come and find you. I'm going to track your IP address. I'm going to find you. I'm going to nick them. And come over to your house and steal them because I want them. That was a bit low, but then again, I was going to destroy my ship anyway because we are getting to the end of the stream. We're 5 minutes from the end. And that's usually the 5 minutes where I destroy my ship and fly back to Olisar, and we sit and we have a quick chat. But I think we can end it here because that is a nice bookend to the whole endeavour. Now, that's not the Crusader side. I usually like to end these Wednesday streams with a view of Crusader and all the frames to boot. Right, anyway, so I think that draws this stream to a very successful end. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been great to be your host. My name has been Desiccant Owl, and you've been watching one of my 2 streams, which I do every week. One which is on a Monday, where I talk a little bit more news. I have a little collated bits and pieces, and we talk about ATV, we talk about what happened over the weekend, we talk about what happened in the week. Wednesday streams are a bit more freeform. If you want to join me in any of those Wednesday streams, please do drop me a line on Twitter, which is @DesiccantOwl. You've got the links in the chat. And yeah, we just have a bit more of a blast, really. I think that's the best. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that follow button. Helps me out a lot, helps me grow the channel, helps me get that one step closer to affiliate, which I'm looking forward to immensely, because then I can spend a little bit more cash on the channel, because I can show to my wife that it's actually making progress. Yeah, after you click that follow button, don't forget to hit the little heart icon and slide that notification slider across. You'll get push notifications by email or phone if you've got those enabled. If you like what you saw, don't forget to also follow the DamnShames. That's where we do. And there is Render following. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the apartment. If you like what you saw, also, I'm a member of the DamnShames. We produce, among other things, Ships Illustrated. If you like what you saw with Ships Illustrated, which we were featured on Citizens of the Stars a couple of months ago, if you like what you saw then, we've got issue 2 out now. Issue 3 is coming. We will be doing a swimsuit edition, hopefully with Ben Lesnick. Fingers crossed if we can get him. So that'll be fantastic. So stay tuned for that. And that's at thedamnshames.com if you want to follow us in there. We also have a Discord server, but it's currently in maintenance for public. So we'll be posting that link later on. But anyway, thank you very much once again, guys, for joining. It's been a blast. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Take it easy, fly safe, don't do what I do because it's probably wrong, and enjoy yourself. Take it easy. Bye.